All right, so remember that finding the neutral spine is going to mean different things for different people. So again, let me see you kind of let your low back come up off the table, just like that, and then kind of push it down against the table. And just go back and forth a few times like that. And what I want you to do is when you find the place where your back feels most comfortable, just go ahead and stop right there. Right there, is that good? Okay. Now, she's off the table a little bit. A neutral spine doesn't mean she's in a posterior pelvic tilt and pushing against the table. For some people, it could be that. But you want to find whatever is the most comfortable position for this particular person. So for some people, that'll be more anterior. Some people, that'll be more posterior. Wherever that is, you try to identify that and then say, okay, now, I want you to tighten up these muscles and down here. And just to keep your back in that position so it doesn't move. Okay. Are you contracting those muscles? Yeah. I got it. All right, now relax for it. Okay. All right, and that's the other thing. Manual cues. A lot of times, because you want to emphasize that this is a trunk exercise, using manual cues so they know exactly what muscles you want can be helpful. These are the muscles I want you to tighten up or to contract right. All right, now, Andy, what we're going to do is we're going to make that a little bit more difficult. So in just a minute, I'm going to want you to bring up this leg slowly and then put it down slowly. And then you're going to do the other side over here. Right? We're going to do that 3 times on each side. Now, while you're doing that, go ahead and get in that position again for your back, whatever's most comfortable. And you've got your muscles tightened up. I want you to keep them tightened up like this while you lift those legs. All right, go ahead, 3 times on each side. That's it. Are you breathing? Good. Keep breathing as you do this. That's 1. Very good. Don't let your back move. Very nice. You got 1 more. All right. Very good. Now relax. And how many reps was that?
1.
That was 1 rep. So I'm trying to get the muscles that are contracting isometrically to hold for 6 to 10 seconds or roughly around that area. So, doing that 3 times on each side roughly allowed a 10-second contraction over here. So again, I'm really not counting the reps over here. I'm counting the 8 reps will be 8 to 12 reps is what's going on here. All right. So do I need to clarify anything about that? Sarah?
So when we come in to take the test, do we just pick any? If you say lumbar, I want you to stabilize the trunk.
Right.
Do we pick whichever one we want?
Okay. Basically, here's the way it's going to work on the skills test. I'll say lumbar stabilization exercises. And you can pick however you want to do that. So if you start in supine, then I'm going to see how you do that. And here's what I'm looking for. That you have the idea of a neutral spine and how to teach someone that. And then you know how to challenge that and then progress the challenge. So I might say, okay, now I'm trying to make it a little bit harder for them. So you might do something like, okay, this time what I want you to do is lift your leg up, straighten it out, and bend it again, and bring it back in. You're going to do that on both sides, just like that. Okay? And then I might say, how would you make that even harder? And you might do, let's do that with both legs. Bring them out, bend them that, and bring them back in. So, yes.
Is it okay if she does hold onto the table like that?
No, that's fine. And then usually I'll say, well, show me a way to do lumbar stabilization in sitting or in prone or in quadruped. So big things I'm looking for, neutral spine, progressing the exercise, and doing it in a different